This is the final Digipak that we produced. That's the front cover on the right and the back page on the left. And there's the CD cover, and that's the inside cover. Now for the inside cover, we included this image, which as you can see is quite dark, and the reason we did this was to help emphasise the genre onto the Digipak. We included a Polaroid effect as well as increase the contrast and lower the brightness to achieve the dark image. Overall, it challenged real media products out there, as these tend to have a plain inside cover. However, we decided to include the artist to help provide an identity onto the Digipak, as well as make it more engaging. Also, we made it a photo rather than a whole page, because when we made it a whole page, it was just plain black and it didn't look that engaging or attractive. Also, for the font, we made it very simplistic, so it was easy to read. This follows the real media conventions out there. Also, for other font we used was the Imagine Dragons main font, and the reason we did this was to help maintain the identity of Imagine Dragons, as they include this on all media products that they use, such as a website or a music video. Also, going back to the font over here, the colour contrasts the background very well, which you can evidently see it's a grey background against white, which makes it easy to read. Also, the texture of the inside cover here isn't just a plain colour, it's a mix of sort of ink, I could describe it. It's similar to a photocopier. The reason we did this was to make the page more eye-catching, and it provides a classic feel onto our Digipak. Now, on our main image is this man here. He's very mysterious as his hood's up and the dark clothing. And to add the mystery, we set it in the woodlands area, which tends to be isolated, so which, as I previously stated, it adds to the mystery of it. Also, this person is very central with the image, making him the main subject. Therefore, we cropped it so it focused on that person. This is very similar to the actual album by Imagine Dragons of Night Vision, where we got the idea from. In the image, the lighting was edited out by sort of releasing the brightness and increasing the contrast on Photoshop. This made the image darker, which helps emphasise the genre onto the video. The colours of the whole page is very dark. That one there. We decided to use dark colours to help emphasise the alternative rock genre. Also, it provided a clear contrast in the font, as previously stated. Furthermore, it provided a consistent house style of it, that's included on all pages, as well as fits in quite well with the image next to it. Also, on this page here, we included a barcode. Okay. This helps to make it look much more professional and make it more realistic. To further emphasise the realism of the Digipak, we copied the exact same barcode of Night Visions onto this album cover. This is required in a real media product, which is what we're trying to reduce, and we've made it more realistic by locating it on the bottom right of the Digipak, which is what which follows the conventions of real media products. Also, we've included a website address in the bottom right corner of that page and the bottom left of that page. The reason we did this to make it look realistic, as well as provide a cross promotion between the two media products, which will overall increase revenue. We made the font very small and in the bottom corners, so it was quite difficult to see, so it didn't affect the overall Digipak. Also included are these sidebars here on both pages. The reason we did this is to help put the name of the band and the name of the album on the side, to help emphasise the identity onto the Digipak. And on Monday, quite a lot of CDs are kept on shelves, so you can only see the sides. That's why it was vital that we included the name to get once again emphasise the identity of the band. We've provided a clear contrast between the font and the background to make it easy to read. We repeated this on both sides, and we mixed it up to provide a bit of variety. The positioning of the pages are very realistic, and they follow the conventions of real media product by having the album cover on the right of there and the names of the songs on the back page, so you can still see it when it's on the shop shelf. And also inside we put the Digipak and the CD on the right, so it doesn't fall out, and the image goes on the left. For our CD, we provided a contrast between the moon and the night, the moon and the day, which is seen on this image here. The moon helps identify the theme of night visions onto our Digipak, and it makes it more memorable. However, this goes against normal media products, as CDs tend to be plain, but however we felt this was more iconic. Also on the CD we've included the name of Imagine Dragons and the album. It's quite subtle, so we don't distract the aspect of the moon. However, it follows the real media products, and it gives the CD an identity. Also, we used a white font to make it easy to read from the dark background. Lastly, we included a copyright logo and down the bottom on this page and on the other one in the same location. The reason we did this was to prevent people stealing from our ideas, but more importantly, it makes it look more realistic and professional, such as real media products out there. Also, it's very subtle, and it's quite small and in the corner out of the way. The reason we did this so it didn't distract from the overall Digipak.